box pretty much comes with the antenna, the actual box itself, coax cable obviously connected. You got your wiring for your power with the fuse connected, your harness, screws, and this is the magnetic handset holder, which obviously sticks on inside, and the handset itself, and some stickies and that stuff. Alright, so pretty much what you have to do after doing some intensity. So what you're going to do is you're going to come up, and because I'm a short ass, pretty much going to have to be lying on top of the engine block. But that thing that I'm shining the light on there, that's the grommet, and the one on the very left is the one that we're going into. So what you've got to do basically is cut a little slit in that. That'll fit the coax cable and the wiring and stuff for the battery. So I'm going to do that. Make sure not to cut too big, otherwise you get a bloody big ass gap and you get dust in your cabin. But that pretty much leads to, probably not a good place for that, but alright. And so it is, if you can see it, that big bundle of wires, it just comes out of there. So to the right of that bundle of wires. So pretty much to take out the glove box, there are little, let's see if we can see it. There's a little thingy, kind of a plasticky rubbery looking thing. It's on both sides pretty much. So what you do is, if we can get this, pretty much reach with a bit, and you're squeezing the ends together to pull it out from its place. Drops down, easy access to where we need it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is cut a hole into that grommet that I showed you before. So it's a trusty Stanley knife. Whoop, and just jump up onto here. I reckon job's on. Job's on, she reckons. Alright, so now that we've done that, and it was very, very tedious, we're going to pop these off. So we can connect that, being the antenna, up in here, feed it through the front grille, and then I'm going to connect it up, feed it through the front grille, and then I'll show you where I feed it through after I pop these clips up. Pretty much into the grooves, pull it up, pops right out. Pretty freaking simple. Alrighty, so for the next part is putting the antenna on here. So you've got the antenna, you've got that long ass cable, those two bad boys, and this bad boy. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that shit off with a protective case, and you've got to feed this long ass cable through the hole. And slide. Oh yeah. Alright, now you just got to feed this . Run it up, take you with me through here. Boop. Alright, so yes, I know the radiator's there. After feeding that all the way through, just realised I could have fed it higher. Whoop. So it's gone through the front, that hole there, up and around through there, and you can kind of see that, and it's going to come around through this bit, so that goes down like that. It's going to come up and around, and I'm pretty much going to run it along this bit here down to a little grommy there. So let's try that. So I'm gonna try and feed it. Get a shot in there. Alright, let's go back into the camera. That's pretty much, you can kind of see that there. Alrighty. Right. What we should see is a little coax cable. Alright. And there it is. That's what I imagine birth to be like. Okay. And that, good ma'am, is our cable. Daily life cutting action between friends. Alright. God, I'm talking a lot of shit. I need to shut up. There we go. Okay, so we're just gonna boop. That was the wrong way to do it. There we go. That's a better boop. And we've hit the jackpot. Ah, yes. Ingenuity. Oh, yes, buddy. Okay. So, because I'm the smartest cookie alive, I have managed to work that small itty bitty problem out. As you can see there, it is a lot of the cable. So what I'm pretty much going to do with this, the coax cable, is I'm going to feed most of it in, or pretty much all of it in through the grommet area. So it is in the actual cabin of the vehicle. And I'm pretty much just gonna zip tie it and have it sitting in there, all zip tied up, so it's nice and out of the way, but it's not in the cabin. I mean, sorry, it's not in the engine bay. So once we do that, you obviously want to leave this cord out so you can pop it into the old machine, but that is going to be a later problem. Alrighty, so with the wiring, so I've obviously split the cables and whatnot, connected it up to the two terminals. That was obviously put through the little grommy thing there. Alrighty, so we're back inside the cabin, so you can kind of see the red and black wire coming out there. So that's got enough slack in it that we can insert the other stuff. And so just with this coax wire, I'm just going to pull it kind of all the way through, so we can spool it up. Alright. So the next thing we need to do is fit the mount in here. So I'm going to put it onto the glove box just straight through, because I don't really want it anywhere in my cabin, and it's pretty freaking small. So these things, they just slide in, whoops, like that, and they clip in and they're pretty freaking secure. So that'll go like this. That, and then all my cables and stuff will plug out the back. And to release this unit from the housing, you literally just pull on, there's a tab on each side, and you just pull it out, and then it just pretty much just slides out. So that side's the top. So as you can see there, so it's nice up there. So pretty much what we'll do is, slides in like that, as you can see there, and it'll go up nice and easy once I connect it. Boom. Alright, so then as you can see, and then bundled it up, and pretty much that's just been sitting up there. I couldn't, so the hardest part was pretty much working out where to put the actual box. So I tested it, didn't fit at the back here because of this bad boy. And there was pretty much no room to fit it like here or anything like that, unless I did it sideways, but then you had the problems with the cables coming out and whatnot. So I went with, move this crap out of the way, putting it on the inside. So basically I had to screw through the plastic, which is a bit annoying, but I just put some other stuff there for now until I find a more permanent spot. Because apparently you can put underneath the dash or behind the dash itself. However, I can't be bothered doing that. So that's the fuse for the thing. So I've run the cable around. and the coax, plugged it in down the bottom, and then plugged the microphone at the top. So then that sits pretty much flush like that, and I've still got heaps of room in the ye olde glove box to put whatever there, but I don't really put that much in there anyway because everything kind of goes in there. All right, so then I fed the microphone cable through around the main console here to pop out on this side, kind of up, as you can see here. It's kind of popping out through the bottom, to be perfectly honest. Pull it around, and because mine is a magnetic mount, I've just placed it there. So it just comes up and down. Righto. So I've put it there because the 3M stickies don't stick very well on here. So I tried to put my pop socket holder for my phone on here, kept on falling off. So there wasn't enough space to put on either side because it blocks these ones, which I didn't really have a drum with, but it's also not flat over here, which is where I originally wanted to put it, and then it dips kind of forward, so it'd be hard to see what's on the screen. So I've put it there, and it's pretty much out the way. So because I've set it up straight to the battery, it stays on even when the ignition is off. So I just turn it on and off when I need it, which I don't really need it for day-to-day driving, so I just kind of keep it off. So press and hold to turn it on. Boom.
Move up in front of Rod, mate, when you're done.
And there we go, it works. And I've done my little test of it, done a radio check, works all G.
What's that?
So that's pretty much what we've got. That is how I set up the XRS Connect.